I'm Cole Nimick and I'm a project manager here at Timberline TrailCraft. Project managing at Timberline TrailCraft is wearing a lot of hats. You got to know, you have to be the equipment operator sometimes. You got to talk with the clients a lot and see what they want, and making sure that they're happy with the product that you're doing, but also you got to go and do handwork and break a sweat every once in a while. So that's why I enjoy it a lot, is because you still have that manual labor to help out your crew and everything like that. Just finished a trail up in Boulder, Colorado called Anemone Hill. City of Boulder commissioned this project. They've been trying to get this project done for many years, and the last contractors bailed out. They didn't have enough funds to do it and didn't know how much of a big project it was going to be. And so then he's put it out to bid for the last four or 5 years, and nobody wanted to bid on it. So then that gave them the opportunity to come out and ask trail companies, see if they wanted to tackle the project. And with us doing the Manitou Incline with Timberline Landscaping, it was a big flag open to him saying, well, you guys did this many steps on the incline going straight up. Would you guys want to come up to Boulder and find some stones is going to be necessary and all of that stuff. There was a lot of erosion problems on the existing trail, and with everybody wanting to hike and be outdoors in Boulder, they were just kind of walking wherever they wanted to. There wasn't really a designated trail ever designed onto that hillside. So the more people walking on it, more fall line, it's just running straight down the hill. Water's going to erode, and with the more traffic on it, the wider it's going to get, the more it's going to erode, if it's especially not designed to drain water. So the first year we had a real trouble working forward in an effective and efficient way, because we had to wait on other people, had to do a rock fall fencing in part of it because we were working right above Boulder Highway going up to Netherland, and that was a pain in the butt because we could only move 100 feet, then we would have to wait for them to come move another 100-foot section so we could keep moving forward. We were having troubles getting rid of the dirt to Boulder specifications. So you have to broadcast the dirt, has to be less than 3 inches on top of native soil, and 50% of the vegetation has to be showing. So you just can't chuck a 3-foot wide trail with back slope so tall and everything right next to where your trail is. You have to shovel it and chuck it as far as you can and get rid of that. So we started thinking, what can we do to make this easier on our crew? So we actually came up with a dirt flinger, and it runs on this 2-track machine, and then it has a conveyor belt and then a big flap at the end of it that spins really fast, and then you scoop up dirt in front of you, turn around and dump it in with the excavator. Then it flings the dirt probably 10-15 feet minimum out down from the hill. So that was one of our accomplishments of figuring out what can work for us, especially in a specific city like Boulder, where they have these specifications that we have to follow. First year up there, I had 3 crew members: Calvin, a trail crew leader, and Austin and Kyle as green guys. They were brand new, haven't done trails before, and I would say this is probably one of the hardest jobs I've ever done. And so to throw some new people at it, I had to be in a whole different location preparing for rocks to fly up on Anemone. So using a helicopter saves so much time in all ends, because coring rocks out of the hillside take time. You got to find the ones with the right specifications. 36 inches wide, 16 inches deep, 10 inches max of rise. And so to go do this granite on this hillside and to go walk around in trees, we actually did the first switchback with native stones and everything. And then and I think that turn was only 8 steps, and we had 340 steps to do. It took us 5 weeks to build us that first corner with highlining rocks and getting them native out of the hillside. We were running into problems with them breaking and everything, so then we kind of punted with the native rock stuff, and we're like, well, let's go to a quarry and find natural looking rocks. And the rock garden was very helpful with us. They let us bring our own excavator up there and get these rocks. I mean, they're pretty much steps, but they got cool shapes in them, everything. They look very natural, and they were like, yeah, this whole hillside, grab whatever you want. We really decided to use the helicopter probably early 2021 when we knew the native steps weren't going to work. So then we had to start planning what day, what time, start getting rocks on pallets while it was snowing and everything like that. But the helicopter days, they're really exciting. It's a lot going on, a lot of preparation for it and everything. But if you put enough time into preparing for it, letting everybody know that you had to be there, what time, this is what you need. You're going to be there all day. I would say the flaggers that are standing around the outside, I think we needed 12 people on site the whole time to make sure that nobody would come through on the pedestrian trails and come underneath the helicopter in case a line broke or a rock fell off the pallet. It takes a lot of people to come together and work together, and have to have radios and have to alert people if something's happening, or the loading crew would have to let me know if the pallets shifted a different way, so to be very cautious, don't stand underneath it whenever it's landing. I was on the landing side every time just to make sure that the pallets went to each right location, and since I did a lot of the planning and knowing where it's at, kind of how far we have to go, sometimes we were holding straps from the last loads and we were running probably 2,000 feet up a hill and trying to make sure that we get that there for the next one, because the helicopter pilot's always looking for where we are at, so he knows whichever the way the wind is blowing that day, he has to make sure that he comes in, counteracts that, so he can drop it down slowly and land in a good spot. Brings a lot of people together, I think. I'm glad that I had the team and help from Timberline all over, TBS, landscaping, that they were able to take some of their time off and come up and help. I mean, it's just for a day, but I mean, it helped out us a lot here at Timberline TrailCraft and on this Anemone project. So I think the solutions that we came up with to do it right, I think the equipment operators, hand crew stepped up exponentially after we got that second day of helicopter and just blasted off every single one of them, just knowing what they're doing, what takes time. I think everybody will enjoy this trail in Boulder for years to come.